The only thing else that comes to my mind is Aaron fucking
Oh
Rodgers
God.
dragging out his decision,
I mean,
and
I,
and only Aaron Rodgers way, you know.
I think the
Um,
issue is he did it once and now it's just expected. And I think he's honestly at the point where he's like actually debating, like, do I have another season in me rather than I'm purposely dragging this out for attention.
oh, you think maybe he's actually thinking about it?
I think yeah, I think he legitimately is considering, like, I don't know if I want to go through another bad season like that, or if my body can still do it. Because very clearly last year we saw he's not mobile anymore. Dancing in the pocket was his whole thing. And I think it was a Patriots defensive lineman who's like, yeah, it's like he couldn't even move. And I almost felt bad for getting to him. And it's like, you put him behind a good O line, he's going to do great. But you look at the teams that he could go to, the Giants or the Steelers. The Steelers have like, on paper, it looks like they have a better O line, but the Jets actually have a better O line than the Steelers. So it's like, the Steelers is his best bet because you're going to have two deep threat wide receivers and DK Metcalf and George Pickens, assuming they're not picking fights down the field. But
Yeah, but let me play devil's advocate. What about the Vikings?
I don't.
Just fulfill the Brett Favre prophecy. Let's do it. Let's just get it done with, you know.
Well, that's
He
the
could
funny thing
throw.
too. Even Favre said, I think you should go to the Vikings.
Yeah,
And
I
it's like you
mean,
look at the talent he would have there. It's even better than like they already beefed up their O line with Will Fries or Will Freeze and Ryan Kelly. So that's already, like, they're not great, but that's better than what they had.
yeah.
And you have Jordan Addison, you'd have Aaron Jones still, you'd have what's his name? Not Jefferson.
Obviously, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jefferson,
Jay Jettas.
Osborne.
Osborne's gone. Actually, I was wrong about that.
Osborne is gone.
KJ Osborne went to the Commanders last year apparently,
Oh,
and they re-signed
oh,
him today. But either way, whoever the wide receiver three is, I can't remember his name. He did torch us a few times. So like, you don't need a tight end, and Hawkinson. And
yeah, and
he doesn't
Hawkinson.
throw to tight ends because tight ends feast on the middle of the field and he never throws to the middle of the field. But
Yeah.
he would have such, like, like last year was the first time he threw a touchdown to a first round wide receiver. Now he would have two first round wide receivers to throw the rock to. So
Yeah.
he would still feast even if he can't move that well. So, like, but at the same time, and I'm not saying this because I'm hoping he's bad as a Packer fan. I'm saying this legitimately. I think you just need to move forward with JJ McCarthy. I think he's ready. He didn't practice at all last year, but depending on what you know, like, obviously Kevin O'Connell now coach of the year despite my objections. I He's a quarterback guru and he's going to know right away, is he ready or not? Does he need another year to sit? And so I'm kind of torn between, do you sign Rodgers so you can get, like, have him just like train under one of the like the reigning best quarterback in the league currently, of, like, if you go off a historical value, and we're not talking Super Bowls, we're talking pure passing talent? Or do you say, okay, we just need to get him out there, get him ready to go. He needs to learn trial by fire. And that's the thing people had reservations about JJ McCarthy was, how would he do in an actual pro style offense when he came from a very run heavy offense where he didn't really need to throw the ball much, but he still excelled at throwing the ball. So it's a whole debate, but I still think Rodgers should go to the Steelers and just maybe give them their, like, one last, because I think Rodgers does have one more good season in him, like classic Rodgers in him, because now he's been humbled by the Jets. Everyone's saying he's washed. Everyone's saying he should have retired 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and everyone's talking shit about him and just, like, they just want him gone and how much of a problem he is. Well, the last time people were kind of talking like that was
MVP.
2020, and he won MVP.
Yep.
And they did it again in 2021, MVP. But that 2020 season was unfreaking believable.
Yep.
And I think if he has any semblance of repeating even half that, it will be with the Steelers. because Tomlin likes him, he likes Tomlin, and he does his best when a coach challenges him. That's why he was so good those first few years with LaFleur, because LaFleur was still challenging him. The only reason he went down was because LaFleur started listening more to him and just kind of bowing to his every whim. That's not going to happen this time around with Tomlin. Tomlin's going to chew him out if he starts doing some shit. The only thing I think would struggle there is that reports came out with Arthur Smith as offensive coordinator for the Steelers was that Russell Wilson completely cut off contact with Pittsburgh because he has no interest in going back and working with Arthur Smith, who wouldn't let him change the play at the line. But that's what Rodgers does best, is changing the play at the line.
Oh, that yeah, yeah. I honestly think that the Vikings. I think he should go to the Vikings. I just think like they're set. If he wants to compete, if I'm being honest, if he wants to compete at the highest level possible, I think the Vikings have it all. They just need a quarterback.
They do.
And McConnell is a great coach. I could just see it working kind of for a couple years, and McCarthy could learn under Rodgers those 1-2 years, and then come in and be ready.
Well, yeah,
Kinda
that's,
like what
that's the
Jordan
thing
Love did.
too. Like after how Jordan Love played his first season, and like teams quickly learned, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't throw our rookies out to the field right away. Maybe we should let them sit. And I think I heard the rumor is that Rodgers does still want to play a couple more years. So where is it like? Is history going to repeat itself and a former Green Bay Hall of Fame quarterback plays 2 years at the Vikings? Who knows? But unlike the Vikings back then with Favre, they're going to be set now with a quarterback ready to go if they get Rodgers when he decides to retire. And that, oh my God, please retire as a Packer. We still love you for all you did. Please don't retire as a Viking.
Oh yeah, I would hate that.
Oh, then you officially would be burnt from our memories. Don't do that. Oh.